airwaves. I thought my brother was on here. All right, Matt, go. What's up, everybody? I swear to you, before everything starts, I was not sniffling until about 10 minutes ago when I said we were going to do a live. I do apologize about the fan noise, and if you don't get out of my fan, me and you are going to fight.
Maddie, come here.
Go over there.
Maddie, come here.
Hope everybody's doing well. Our air conditioner decided it wasn't going to work for a couple hours, and so I turned it off and let the compressor cool off, and it finally fired up, and it's getting cooler in here. So you guys are going to have to deal with the fan noise. Oh, Jacob was sweating. Hope everybody's doing well. What does that say? Top fans?
I don't know what that is, but apparently you get points for commenting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, Ringo and Czar. Let me put this on live chat real quick. There's, I guess, a new addition. It says top fans on there. Welcome to Canada. Thank you. Appreciate it. I tell you, Canada's been actually kind of amazing the past couple days since we finally figured it out. We got settled in. We did get kicked out of the first Walmart, not because they kicked us out because they didn't want us there. They kicked us out because they were doing construction on their extra parking, and when I tried to park the RV in the other spot, they said I was just way too big. This rig's 70 foot long. I understood. So we left. How long did it take us?
Find a boat ramp.
The first day?
3 hours.
Yeah, about 3 hours.
Well, it was the second day.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was the second day, wasn't it?
The first day we got here, we took off because it was raining, or no, they were in the heat.
Yeah.
So we did laundry, groceries. The second day we got on the water, and then got kicked off the water because that storm came in. And then the third day is the day that it took us about 3 hours to find a boat ramp.
Yes. So about 6 o'clock in the morning, we got a knock at the door. Everybody hates that knock. If you know anything about boondocking, the infamous knock is not cool.
It was before that. It was 5:30,
It
and they
was.
were already working at 5:30 in the morning. I texted Eric and I was like, "Canadians work at 5:30 a.m." And then I was like, "a.m. in the morning." So like, what the heck?
So the guy didn't know English. So almost everybody that I speak with, obviously the first language is French. So when they start speaking to me, I just say English because I don't know how she says it. How do you say it?
Parlez-vous anglais?
Parlez-vous anglais? Parlez-vous anglais. I just say English. And then they start speaking to me like normal Americans, except for this one. This guy said, very little. And I'm like, okay. He said, equipment, move, too big, that way. You want me to move my RV because my equipment's too big? He's like, no, work. Oh, you're working on it. Okay, because I looked around the corner and I seen his equipment and he was working on the pavement. And I'm like, all right, so we moved. And then we got settled in. They moved everybody. There was like 4 RVs. One had it was a absolutely gorgeous, would love to have, huge bus type RV with a Jeep behind it. And then there was a little small one with a little small car, and then us. So they moved all of us. Just fell back asleep. We planned on getting up at like 8:30 in the morning to start at 9. We got a knock at what? 8?
Well, like minutes after 8.
He knew how to speak English, and he said, "You're just too big. You just got to go. We're open now, so you got to go." I'm like, okay, cool. Understood. So We left. Took us 3 hours. Finally find a spot. And what happened when we finally find the spot? We got not kicked out, but we were told that we couldn't launch the boat.
No, the day that we couldn't find the spots, the day that we went out to that
Yeah.
little dirt path one.
Yeah. So we went to a dirt path launch. Actually, it was nice.
Boat ramp.
It was a nice boat ramp. It didn't
We
say.
just couldn't park where the parking was at.
Ye-
It was that grass hill.
Yeah, it was actually. They had a massive amount of rain the night before, and the whole hill was muddy. And I was like, "Do not drive the RV up that hill. We will not get it back. It will sink." So she parked on the side, and we actually searched for, well, I guess the whole day. We came back, and then we found a Walmart where we're here now, right? This is the Walmart we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we found this Walmart. We woke up the next morning. This is all a whole week, so I know we haven't spoken to you guys in a couple days. When we got to the boat ramp, that she was like, "Oh, this is a big boat ramp, real nice." We went over there, spoke with the guy, and he told us we couldn't use the boat ramp because we had to pay.
We could use it. We
Yeah.
just had to go get a permit,
So
like a city permit.
she tried calling. I know this is random, and I know I'm just chit-chatting, but she calls and doesn't understand a word that the operator was saying. So she calls her mom and is like, "What do I do?" We finally just ended up finding out that the city hall was only about two kilometers away. So we went over there. We actually bought a 4-day permit to use our boat ramp. And this is the crazy part. You can only use it from Monday
Thursday.
to Thursday. Not Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Not a week pass, but only a weekday pass. And let me tell you, I think the Canadians here think it's a week. The weekday is a weekend because there was a ton of boats out.
Every day. It's
St.
crazy.
Lawrence River is just filled with boaters and jet skis, and they're just having a blast out there. I don't blame them.
It's a beautiful river.
It is.
I mean, it's like crystal clear blue water. Your viz yesterday was what?
Oh heck, I could see you guys are gonna love the videos that are gonna come out. The clarity on the St. Lawrence River was phenomenal to me. It's usually I got to use my hands, and it's just piss poor viz. So with all that, and then we bought a 4-day pass, and it was like $100. So I think it's like 80 American.
Roughly.
For 4 days. So
We only get 3 days. We bought it on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we only get 3 days. So tomorrow will be our last day using that boat ramp. So we'll have to figure out another way, another place.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to spend another. It's comfortable here. It's good access. We can access how many rivers? All 3.
4.
All 4 rivers.
The one that we went up today is La Asunción
What?
River, La Asunción, and it's
What?
quite small.
Okay.
The one that we went up today, the first one, that where we came out of the ramp, went down, and then up where we got to the bridge, and then it was like 2 feet, I think. So that's actually its own river.
I would like to probably use this boat ramp again. I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out when the time comes. I guess it's tomorrow, right? We have 5 cars to dive tomorrow. We found those today. I got overheated. It's like an oven in that boat.
They're under another heat warning today. Not advisory. They just go straight to warnings here.
So I did get a little overheated today, and we need to fill our air up tomorrow. So we're gonna get our air filled and then hit the water. It's about 15 mile of a drive, so we got to fill up the boat again. But everything's been kind of kosher. Mavericks has got a huge field to run in when we're here. So that's been fun for him. But yeah, we're doing all right. What did Dominic just say? You don't have any chats.
Oh.
Monmere. What?
I'll have to ask my mother. Yeah, I called my mom today and I felt like I was like asking her to like call the doctor and make an appointment for me because I was like, Mom, can you call the fire department? She's like, Lindsay, just go there tomorrow. It'll be easier.
Yeah.
So that way if they don't speak
I can show them
English,
the cylinder.
like we can show them the cylinder and like we've got the Translate app on our phone that like we can have conversations and stuff with them. That's what we did the other day when we got to the municipal building is the first person that we spoke with, I was, I asked her if she spoke English. She said no. So I was able to like type it out on my phone and show it to her. And she was like, oh, go over and see her.
I'll hit my mom and my dad. That's what he said. Give me a second. Go ahead.
So, and then like the second lady who actually gave us our permit, she spoke English, so that was good. Everything has, for the most part, it's been explained to us several times, and it pretty much holds true that like Montreal, like, if you're actually in like Montreal and downtown Montreal, you're gonna get where everyone's kind of first language is French, but everybody speaks English very well. In these smaller towns, in the smaller suburbs of Montreal, the English isn't as fluent. It's a second language, but it's not something that they use a lot. So
yeah, we're searching the St. Lawrence River. We dove on 3 vehicles.
We found 4, dove 3.
Yeah. The guy, so when we found one of them, it was by some sailboats. We were getting ready to drop the magnet, and this dude like freaked out. He's like, don't anchor. There's a car there.
You'll lose your anchor.
You'll lose your anchor. And
well, first he was telling us it in French, and I was like, I asked him if he spoke English, and he was like, oui. And then, but we couldn't understand him because we were far enough offshore that he was yelling. I don't think he could hear us because there was a decent breeze and it was like rustling all the leaves above him. So we started to come towards him, and he was going to get on his boat and come out towards us. And finally we were like, no, stay. Like we went to him, and that's when he told us.
yeah, so with somebody that would be that drastic and saying, hey, we already know this is here. We actually watched it go in, and they all got out. There's really no reason for me to search that. So it saved us one of those dives. But yeah, we dove on 3. Found 5 more today.
Yeah.
They're going to be a more aggressive dive. They're going to be all 30 feet, which isn't really aggressive, but the area is pretty aggressive current-wise. So with me getting overheated and it was already almost 4 o'clock, I said, let's go back. We know where these cars are. 2 of them are completely buried. I can only see is the wheels. One is in a pile of rubble, and the other is just sitting there.
Well, we don't have enough air for you to dive 5 times at 30 feet.
Yeah. So.
Especially not to be conservative for safety reasons.
Yeah.
So.
100% vehicles. So we're gonna, get geared up, go out there, do our due diligence and trying to get stuff off of these vehicles. The water, even though it is clear, the pH level or the alkalinity level of the water is really aggressive toward these vehicles. The license plates, I don't know what type of metal is used for the license plates, but they are just so brittle they're breaking, so I have had to take my time to peel them off. But every car that we've had has been pretty solid. So yeah, we've got who you want to talk about who we're looking for?
Yeah.
A lot of these cases that we're working are older cases, and just like you've seen on the thumbnail, we're looking for an MG Roadster. Is that what it is?
No.
Or just an MG?
It's an MG.
MG convertible.
Convertible MG.
Yeah, convertible MG. We did find a Jaguar. That's the image on there, right? Yep.
Yeah, it was the Jag.
And then, I don't know what the other ones. You want to just go ahead and talk with what?
So we have several cases in or around Montreal. Jean-Marc Lavallee, he's been missing since 2012. Robert Bashara since 2009. Ronald Donnell since 2001. Lucy Bouchard since 1996. Pierre-Paul Proulx since 2002. Maxime Moret and Pierre Ballou since 85. That's the convertible that Jacob was speaking of. Benoit Lachance since 96. Robert Couture since 95. Robert St. Louis since 1988. Patrick Jean Lampenat since 2003. And that would be everything from this area, the Montreal area. So again, they go back all the way from 1985 to 2012. So we have a pretty big span of cases.
Yeah, so again, everything has been perfect. Somebody said that I look stressed.
So they said you look less stressed.
Less stressed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of lost there a couple days ago. I wanted, a lot of things were happening and I couldn't control it. And it was just like, I just wanted to throw my hands up in the air and just literally leave this area. But it was so difficult to get around without the language barrier, and just things were not in our favor. But now today is good.
Yeah, like with the Translate app, and with my mom, seriously, like she's been super helpful. Like I can be like, hey, this means this, but like, does it mean this? In this way. Again, like we went to the laundromat and I was like reading the sign and I'm like, pretty sure that says don't taste the soap. And my mom's like, don't use dish soap. And I was like, definitely means something different. But yeah, I've had to call her. I called her today. I called her several times. And so I can ask, do you speak French? I can say thank you. I can, say my name is. I can count, I can count to 10. And then from there, that's pretty much it. But we've been able to get by, and it's actually been kind of fun. And each person that we've encountered,
Mercy, yeah.
Does
I can't say it though.
Speak, a little bit of English or something. Like I went into Walmart the other morning. The lady who helped me, she was so kind. I got to the register and I was like, oh shoot, like it only took a card and I only had cash on me. And I looked at her and I was like, paper money, cash? And she was like, come over here. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I I'm not from here. And, you know, she was like, it's okay. And, you know, I made sure to say like, oh, merci. And she was like, oh, very good, very good. You know, like, people are so sweet as long as you're respectful and kind. I will admit that I was not respectful or kind at the boat ramp the last 2 days. I have no problem admitting that. I have zero patience when it comes to boat ramps because I'm at them all the time. And I know how fluid they can run and how fluid they did not run the last 2 days. But it all worked out. And I didn't get in trouble and nobody heard me cussing them out, so it was good. The guy today, I think, did, because he made sure to come back by and be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I like your boat. So.
Congratulations, Lacey, on graduating. I seen that on there. Please spend the money on yourself. I know somebody said, I know Carl said he wanted to donate that. You know, get her something good. You know, we are okay. Just get her something nice with that. Oh, shopping merch. I know Sue just dropped that. We got several people go to the ChaosDivers.com and get some merch. Thank you for that. Where you're going to be put on the RV, so that's pretty awesome.
We need to catch that up. The other day when we went to do it was raining. That's the other thing. Tomorrow there is the potential for storms. We're going to kind of watch the weather right before we go to bed, double check that. If it's going to be storming, it's obviously not safe for us to be on the water. If it's just going to rain, then we're fine. Jacob's going to get wet regardless, so it doesn't matter if it's
I just don't
river water.
I just don't want to happen what happened a couple, like 3-4 days ago. If we're on the water when that storm comes, especially now where we're going to be, there's open water and it is not going to be fun for the boat. Heather Girth, they would just hit me. Heather Girth, my allergies are fine. I was just talking to her a while ago. I was like, man, I was doing perfect. I wasn't sniffling or nothing. I said 5 minutes before I started this live, I'm sitting here. I'm just gonna freaking cut my nose off, I guess. Other than that, guys, it's been pretty solid. You know, we're trying to work our hardest. I dove probably 6 times on 3 cars because I had to keep going back down because
you dove twice on the one in the Prairies River.
Yeah.
You dove once on the Jag and then twice on the other one, the Protege.
Protege, yep. So there's a Protege, a Mitsubishi, and a Jaguar.
Yeah.
Now, once we get everything lined up, if they want us to pull that Jaguar, I think that would be pretty neat. Huh?
I'll pull it.
You will?
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be amazing. Get dressed and go ahead. You could pull it. It's not but 10 feet deep there. We just have to watch out for the ferry.
Well, I'm sure if we were pulling a car, where we were searching at, so there's ferry boats that run up and down the river like every 30 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. These ferry operators are absolutely amazing. They were so kind to us yesterday.
Yeah, they were.
They took the time to talk to us and just spend time chatting with us. One of them, I'm pretty sure if he hadn't had spicy food, he probably would have shared with Maverick. He's the one who taught me how to say the town that we're using to launch.
Yeah.
But they were all so kind. Never once was anybody like, you can't be there, get out of the way, or it was like, oh my gosh, like we'll you know, we'll stay out of the way. We'll help. We'll just push right out into the channel. We'll make sure. And then they would let the next driver coming in know that we were in the water. Even if we weren't diving, they just let them know, like, hey, you got a team here. They were fantastic.
Jennifer, you're going to get your butt kicked. Thank you.
I will literally bring him back to you, drop him off, let you kick his butt, and then we'll just leave him in the ditch in the front of your house, and then we'll just go on vacation. We'll pick up Shelly.
So yeah, we'll get the names put on the RV. The last time we were getting ready to do it,
we were gonna do it I was gonna do it that night, the other night, and then the storm came, and then it stopped, and we're like, oh man, we could have stayed on the water.
yeah.
Glad we did not, because it was
Yeah.
clean sheets. But I was unable to get it done. And
So you see and interact with something at the boat ramp? You called your son. You called Eric.
Okay, so MAV is very upset with me. So, for anyone who doesn't know me, I have probably the biggest obsession ever with otters and corgis. I love ducks. I do want a baby duck, but otters and corgis, like, I live for them. And like Jacob had said the day before, we spent 3 hours trying to, like, find a boat ramp. Like, nothing was going right. Like, he had come back, he went to sleep, I made dinner, he's like, you were gonna wake me up, and I was like, well, no, you were sleeping. And like, it just was a bad day. It's one of those days where you just go to bed, you just try again tomorrow. So I'd had that horrible day. Well, the next day we got our permit, we went to put in at the boat ramp. There were people in front of us, so we were just waiting our turn. Boat was ready and everything, and you know, Jacob and I were just standing here talking, and I was like, I saw out of the corner of my eye, I saw the butt wiggle go by, and I was like, there's a corgi. I literally almost started crying, just like looking at this corgi. And Jacob's like, well, just go pet it. And I was like, I can't just go chase this lady down in the park. And he's like, yeah, we can. So he jumped out of the RV, and I was like, Jacob, she's already gone. Like, she's already up the trail. He's like, I don't care. Well, she happened to stop and turn around, and he was like, excuse me, wait. And so he walked up to her, and he was like, she absolutely loves corgis. Can she pet your corgi? And so I got to pet this, like, cute butt wiggling fluff of a loaf, and it was like the best thing ever. And I cried. His name is Gustav. Best name ever for a corgi. But yeah, I definitely cried. I was like, oh my god, I love your dog.
She's like, she goes, I don't know how you say it in English, but Gus, yeah, Gus.
Like, it was just the best thing ever.
There's a few comments in here that I wanted to talk about. Yes, we do have the same PayPal. I think everything. So PayPal is the only one that's Chaos Paddlers. That was my old account on YouTube. If some people know from following before, that was my whitewater kayaking channel, and so it's Chaos Paddlers is my PayPal. But everything else is ChaosDivers. So.
How many arguments have you had? Be honest, daily.
There's daily. Not today. I didn't yell today.
We fight with each other every day, all day long. I have a very smart mouth. A very sarcastic smart mouth. And I have zero filter. And I also have zero patience. So, and I'm very reactive. I'm extremely reactive. Like, the smallest thing, I don't know, just the way I am. So we usually have like at least one squabble a day. At least one.
Especially when I get hot.
Yeah, if Jacob's hot, like, today we fought about who was going to get the fan, because I wanted him to have the fan because he was hot and he was getting like all grumpy pants. Even Jennifer texted me tonight and was like, well, he's still grumpy. And I was like, girl, it a hand changed. But like, he was like, I want you to have the fan. I was like, no, you take the fan. Seriously, like you're being grumpy. Like, just take the fan. You're getting hot. Take the fan. He was like, yeah, but you're the one allergic to it. I got it for you. And I'm like, I don't want. Yeah. So we at least have one go around a day. But something that I was always taught is that you never go to bed mad. So usually by the end of the day, whatever happened during the day is done and over. And
we're seriously like brother and sister.
like I know when he's getting mad because he's getting hot. Again, I'm very reactive, so I definitely pop off at the mouth very quickly. But once he cools down, he was like, he's back to like, hey, and like doing dumb stuff, and I'm like, really? Jacob's gotten better about apologizing though, so that helps.
She's too sensitive.
I'm not too sensitive, I just don't take him to his crap.
So, a little history about me. A lot of people know that I used to be a coal miner. I used to be a coal mining boss. I used to have a crew.
See, Jennifer said she is speaking the whole truth.
In
all caps.
I was probably one, I'm not going to say the best, but I was one of the better bosses, but I never let, first of all, anybody mess with our team. But if you screwed around, you basically worked or you went home.
Send me home!
And if you got your stuff done,
Jennifer, come pick me up.
Go to sleep. I don't care. But let's get the work done. And so I've gotten to the point where I've gotten a little bit off of that. But we still get... She stood on the front of the boat and screamed at me.
I did do that once. So loudly that, like, the construction workers who were working on the road turned off their equipment to listen to it. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you, like, I take no crap from anyone. I don't care who you are. Like, the only person who can probably, like, say something sideways to me and, like, be okay is, like, my dad. But that's my dad. My grandma could. My grandma could say whatever she wanted to me, and I'd just say yes.
So don't think she's being abused, and I'm sitting here just yelling and screaming at her.
100%, I am, for sure.
I really don't.
But, yeah, I'm extremely reactive. I just don't have a lot of patience and tolerance for people being rude or stupidity.
So there's a lot of things.
See, Lindsay is not mean at all. Thank you, Ellsworth.
There's a lot of things in the coal mining world that if you're not a coal miner, I really don't think you'll understand. It was rough. It was dog eat dog world. Get your stuff done, go home. 14-hour days, just hardcore. And so I may or may not have been an a-hole. But if you got your work done, you worked for me, and I came out just as dirty as the guy that was working, if the guy comes out cleaner than me, we had an issue.
Well, that's never an issue because I am always dirtier than you.
you're
always.
I don't know how the hell you get that dirty.
Yesterday I had like mud streaks going down my leg. Like both legs, mud.
But I'm out of that. I'm out of that world. I've been out of that world for 5 years. But sometimes it triggers, and when the job needs to be done, I get a little aggressive, and
I'm more aggressive, so
we fight.
We do. Yeah. There's just no two ways about it. Jen's seen it. Terry's seen it. But they also know, like, as frustrated as we can be, like, it is what it is, and we, everything's usually okay before we go to bed.
Yeah, you're right about that, Rob. Even though I was strict and to the point, I always kept my guys safe. You listen to me, you go home safe. You don't listen to me sometimes, but that's in that world. So.
Yeah. Make that happen now.
She's got something over me. I can't just leave, or she can't just leave. There's a lot of things that wouldn't happen, like the website, the organization, and all that stuff. So.
Well, and like it's one of those things where like I am very well aware that Jacob did this job before me, and he's done it without me. And it's not about like it. We joke and like we all give Jacob heck, and I'm like, yeah, but you can't do it without me. You know what I mean? Like, but it's not about like he can't do it without me. It's just that we do this job better together. So if you do something better with someone or with a group of people, why would you not? You know what I mean? And because we spend so much time together, you're gonna fight. I mean, and if we didn't have a difference in opinion, then what would be the point? You know, because there's things that Jacob says that, and then I say, and we disagree, and it's like, okay, well, explain to me why, or you know, tell me why you don't agree. So then you have a conversation. But even Eric, when Eric's with us, Eric will be like, Eric argues with Jacob. Eric argues with me. I think some of it's just because there's so much passion behind this, and you just want to help so much that you don't want anything to get in the way of how you have it in your head at that moment to help in the best way possible. So there's just so much that goes into this, and this is an incredibly emotionally charged job. No matter how you look at it, whether you find someone or you don't, there is so much emotion that goes into this. On top of the, you know, just daily stressors, the physical stressors, you know, things that are out of your control, in your control. So when you're pouring everything in to your job, it's going to take its toll in other places. But because we have that in each other and we're doing the same thing, there's an understanding that at the end of the day, I only want for Jacob to succeed and to help these families. And however I can help him do that, I'm going to do it.
I just want to be the best we can be.
That's the Army motto.
No, seriously, I want to help as many people as we can and do the absolute best that we can possibly do for them, even if there's been a lot of times where I went through hell just to get a boat in water. I'll do it. I don't care. So it's, I don't know. It's just the way we are. So, a lot of people, I don't want to let anybody down. There's a lot of people who support what we do, who give $20 and they only had $10 to give. I don't want to be sitting here jacking around and not utilizing our time wisely. Stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I could just get aggravated whenever things don't go right. Should have said I want to go cliff diving?
Yep. She said, see, you just said it yourself. You'll do whatever. So cliff diving it is, Jacob.
Yeah. We make things work. I do know that. We have for the last 4 years, so we'll continue. Anyway, open up for questions. I just made steaks tonight.
Hero, your name's going on there.
Yes.
I gotta write hers on there. I just saw she commented, and I was like, oh, because we just talked about that. I was like, I gotta add her on there.
Yeah, Thunder Horse, you're right. She does keep me together. So what's really cool about the transition from America to Canada, which I found out. Everything I look at, I'm like, oh man, that's expensive. I said, wait a minute, it's not expensive if I don't use Canadian money. So it's almost like I get like a $10 discount every time. It's like, oh, that's $20. No, that's $10. This little fan that we bought for $20.
It's like 12.
It's like 12, $13.
Yeah. Well, like the very first night that Jacob and I got here, we pulled into the Walmart that we were staying at in Bristol. It was, what, 9, 10 o'clock? It was 10 o'clock. It was about 10 o'clock. It was 9:47. Don't ask me why I remember that. And we're like, well, we can run into Walmart. Well, Walmart closes at 9 o'clock. So, but we were in kind of this like open air shopping center. And there was this little pub and they were playing music and there was a lot of people there. And again, it's, you know, by now it's what, 10:15. Jacob's like, well, let's walk down there. We'll just kind of go see what it's about in Quebec. So we walk down there, everybody's speaking French. You know, we get up to the door. The waitress was like, I knew she was asking how many. You know, I was able to tell her 2 in French.
Well, let's back this up. The bouncer looked like he was off of...
He looked like Mike McFerrin in The Terminator had a baby.
I was thinking more so Lurch and
He was like
Terminator.
massive.
This dude was straight out of an action-packed movie where, like, the bouncer you see, he had striped, like, super
Like
Rocky.
Oh.
When he fights that big, tall Russian, that's what he looked like. I said, oh my God, I want a picture with that dude. He's like I'm half his size, and I'm a big guy. Okay, go ahead.
So, I think what Jacob was getting to is the fact that, like, all these kids are showing their ID at the door.
Bullshit. I'm gonna say it. Bullshit.
We got up to the door, and I was, like, getting ready to get my license out, and he looked at Jacob. He was like, you don't need to show your ID, and, like, he just let us in, and we're like, okay, thank you. So, anyway, like, we went, and I had ordered poutine. I love poutine. I'm obsessed with poutine. I love it so much. And then we had each gotten a drink. I forget what Jacob got. I just got like just a small glass of wine. But because I had ordered the poutine and everything, I knew Jacob was going to eat it, but I ordered it. So I was going to pay for dinner. So I go to pay. It was like $40, $41.92. Again, don't ask me why I remember that. But then the next day, like, it went through on my bank and it was like, you made an international purchase for like $27. And I'm like, because I used my card. Jacob gave the waitress a tip and she was like, are you serious? Like, you're giving me $20? And we're like, yeah, because she was super helpful. She told us about the boats. Jade.
Yeah, Jade was amazing. She spoke perfect English. Like, you would have never known she was from Quebec.
Yeah, but she was super, super helpful. She told us about the ramps, and then she kind of just told us about the area in general.
And great service.
Yeah, she was right on top of everything. She was so great. And we're like, well, that's what we would tip in America. And she was like, what? But to her, that $20 was like 30 something.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty neat.
We tipped her more than I paid for dinner. Or, you know, our poutine and drinks.
Yeah, but it was American money, and I'm like, I can't pay with American money. We got to use our card, and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
But I tipped him, so. Oh, and going to get laundry, I had to walk almost 3 miles to. I guess I could have drove the RV, but I didn't think about it.
You were already on a mission?
I was already on a mission to find a bank, and Bureau or whatever I found was not a bank. What did I say it was? I thought I read a sign and it was a bank. It wasn't a bank. I don't even know what the hell it was. So then I went into a mall because I was asking people. I'm like, "Where's an exchange?" Because when I put the exchange in there, it was like 30 miles away. I'm like, well, that ain't right. So then I asked. I was like, English, you know, and then they told me go in the mall.
Might be.
So I walked in there, and then I found the exchange. She didn't know how to speak English.
But again, we were in a smaller town.
Yeah.
And that's what we were told. You know that in Montreal you're fine.
Might be.
But when you get to kind of the suburbs of Montreal, which is primarily where we're at, it's gonna be primarily French as a language. So, I've quite enjoyed it. I bought my mom a French magazine today. I have no clue whatsoever what the heck the magazine is called, what it's about, any of the articles. I know there's a lot of people smiling. That's all I know. So
you guys are probably seeing me keep on itching my hand. My hand is, I don't know if it's psoriasis or what, but I've had bandages on my hands before, but it's really dry skin, and this was the only stuff that I can use that stops it. That's why I'm putting it on there.
that bottle back up.
Yeah, we got a big bottle we bought off of Amazon. Medline Remedy Moisture. It stops the itching. Today it's not. Anyway, sorry, I've been fidgeting with my hands and I didn't want people. All right, Heather, good night. Just going back through these. Let's see if there's any questions here. If you guys want to help, it's ChaosDivers.com. You can see all the ways to help. I know Sue has been dropping on links and stuff like that. Yes, it is well needed, well appreciated.
Well, now that I need to go through and update the website now.
What do you mean?
Just like the front main page.
Oh yeah, we need
ChaosDivers and all that
the
stuff.
about and the new logo and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now that all the new merch is set up and all that, now we can go through and.
Well, Thunder Horse, we have. I'm sorry, I don't know why I took your phone from me. We have a good possibility with these 5 cars. We have 10 people missing in Montreal. Montreal is huge, but if they haven't been found yet, they're either deep in the woods or in the water. Sometimes they can be crushed.
Thank you very much, Ellsworth.
Sometimes they could be hidden. What's that?
We sent something to PayPal.
Well, thank you, Ellsworth. You and the girls have always been a huge supporter of us. Just don't put yourselves out. Make sure you guys are taken care of. And I'm not just saying you. That's to everybody. If you guys watch and share our videos, once we get to that point, I can't upload right now. I tried uploading a video. Yes.
You need to turn that back off too, by the way.
What?
Didn't you?
Yeah, I tried upgrading. I tried upgrading my internet here to international and unlimited, but it didn't work. It didn't go through.
What I'm saying, you better make sure the billing side of it didn't go through, because usually they're real quick to say we have an error in our system, but they still take your money. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Like, you need to make sure you can call them tomorrow.
But yeah, like just being
Thanks, Terry.
just. Oh, is Terry here?
Yep, she is.
Hi, Terry. Just to be flat out with you guys, I'll put it out there. I think in the past 4 days, it's been about what, $300 that we spent
Yeah.
on gas, food, gas and food. It costs us $25 a day for the generator to be cool. I mean,
Well, we can get by every couple days. I mean, we're spending $50 every 2 or 3 days now because we bought the second gas can, but
yeah,
it's still the same.
I did buy a gas can, so we can do it.
But it's still the same amount. We're just spending more, but less often.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice because it's a pain in the butt to fill the generators up each time. So we bought another gas can, which is pretty awesome because it doesn't have a spout thing. Other than that, just a trip up here. So we don't have, the funds are gone from the GoFundMe. That's gone. We're just running off my credit cards and the donations we've received in the past couple weeks. So thank you guys. I'm trying to read that. I can't read it. Yeah, the exchange, it is. It's different whenever I use my credit card. I can't spend anything with American money. I even tried. Somebody knew English, and I was like, "Can I give you a 20, and you give me your money?" That didn't work. I was just going to exchange with them so they can go to their bank. Yeah, they said no.
Yeah, there's been, I mean, like, obviously the language barrier, but it has been fun, and like getting to learn new stuff and like talk to new people and try to find new ways to communicate. The St. Lawrence River is beautiful. The St. Lawrence River is beautiful here. The St. Lawrence River is beautiful in, where were we at? Jennifer, remind me. Clayton? No, maybe. Starts with a C. I don't remember. Jen knows what I'm talking about. The St. Lawrence, we were on it with Todd and Jennifer. That was St. Lawrence. Cape Vincent?
Cape Vincent.
I don't remember. Jen knows what I'm talking about.
Clayton, yeah. Clayton and Cape Vincent. Freaking gorgeous water. Almost
beautiful.
Ocean-like.
So it's been really amazing to see that. It's not a river that we would see very often. And then after we leave here, we have we are going into Ontario to work some cases, working with the families on those. And then, but our Quebec focus has been Montreal or around the Montreal area. So,
with them being older cases, we did, reaching out to the family was not kind of a thing for us this time. But in Ontario, we've actually been able to get in contact and work, and getting ready to work with them on that, and hopefully give them answers. Just know that everything we're doing has been. She's gotten up at 8 o'clock in the morning every day for the past 3 days. 7.
We're ready to go at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. We're usually
Jacob is not
night shift. We're not night shift, but we're usually second shifters.
Yeah, it's way past my bedtime right now. And that's the other thing. Like, if he wants me to be awake and like at 8 o'clock in the morning, then I need to go to bed at 9 because then I'll fall asleep by 10 and then I can have 9 hours of sleep. That's not gonna happen.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
I love poutine. I've had poutine my whole life. I used to come to Canada with my dad, so I absolutely love poutine. I've gotten poutine with Jacob in the States, but then when he got to have Canadian poutine, it was a lot better, wasn't it? So much better.
That was amazing. And that little pub there, I had this little mason jar. I don't drink. And I was like, you know what? When in Canada, they got, it's like in Rome,
Yeah.
we're French, so let's have a drink. And I had some, I said, I asked Jade, I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. What's the favorite? What's the most popular drink? And she said, something dragon or something like that.
I don't remember.
I'm like, all right, give me that. That was a mistake.
Yeah, it was.
I got back to the RV.
Hi, Snickles.
Hey, Snickles, we'll be seeing you soon.
Yes.
Yes. I came back and the RV was cold, but I was in full sweat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much alcohol was in that thing.
I told him I was not carrying him back to the RV.
But it was delicious. Oh, the Aqua Adventure, you're up. Really? You were getting no sleep.
What type of tanks do you prefer to use?
Type of tanks?
Yeah. You have aluminum.
So we have aluminums. I do want to start switching over to the steel tanks, the 100 steel tanks. And I think they're not the Den. They're the other, just regular fitting, scuba fitting. I can't remember exactly what they're called. But yeah, just so we don't have to use so much weight on our BCD.
Thank you so much for that, Elizabeth.
Steel hundreds. Yep. High pressure. Yep. Oh, thank you, Steel. Yoke, thank you. Seawolf's in here. Yeah. Kyle's in here. Snickles is in here. That's awesome. There's 123 people in here. 157 likes. Where would you get it at, right? Where would you get it? Isn't that what you say, Lee? Where do you get it? It's pretty awesome. Yes, Natalie. We figured that out. And no disrespect to the people who, I mean, that's their language. I mean, that's just like going to Mexico and expecting them to know English. Like, they don't use it all the time.
Yeah, it really has been fun, and like, it's been so cool to like call my mom and be like, hey, I need you to tell me how to say this. And she's like, okay, this is this, and this is this, and like, okay. So she's got to kind of be a part of this,
okay,
in
Nick.
her own separate way. So
Nick's internet's messing up.
So it's been really good to.
Yeah, they can. Definitely hold their liquor up there for sure.
It's a northern thing, because like I've lived in Michigan, I've lived in New York. I'm telling you what, it's a northern thing. It really is. It really is. Are your fingers holding hands?
Yeah, I like it. 3 weeks ago, when we were at Fort Drum, I found that kid's, was it Josh? I think his name was Josh. Found Josh's phone. This last week, I found Chucky's phone. His name's Chucky.
That's cute.
His name's Chucky. Found his phone. Today, we didn't know. He's never going to watch this, so I don't care about talking about him. There was these two kids. Did I say
like
kids?
Teenagers. I would say like late teens.
Late teens, maybe 20, somewhere around there. He kept waving at me. Like, it's like almost something you would see in the movies, because it was like the ocean type feel because the waves were crashing in, and he was on this concrete platform.
Yeah.
And he looked maybe Mexican or
He was of
Hispanic descent. But he was waving real hard, and Lindsay goes, I don't want to get pirated. She thought.
I didn't see their fishing poles, because they just kept like calling us over, and I was like, I didn't see his fishing pole at first. I was like, oh God, we're gonna get robbed. We're gonna take our boat.
And he yelled, and then I was like, well, Lindsay doesn't want to help, and she didn't know what was going on. And then I looked over, and I went like this, and then I yelled. I said, do you know English? No, I don't. Or no, something. And he held up his fishing pole, but he only had half his fishing pole. He put his hand on the top of his fishing pole, and I'm like, oh, he only has half a fishing pole. And then he raised his line up, and his fishing pole, the other half was about 50 yards, well, I'd say 50 yards, probably about 20 yards in front of him on his line down there, and he didn't want to go swimming for it.
I'm glad they did not try.
Oh, those waves.
The water is really wicked there on that point. There's a ton of eddies. There's a ton of point. Like even the boat
rocks
is going like this and like getting pulled under it. So I'm glad that they did not try to get it.
So I'm like, well, Lindsay, I think I know what he's trying to say to me. I think his rod, all I know his rod is in the water. I said, why don't we get the pull stick, the grapple out, and I'll try to nudge you up there. But I was fighting the waves, and I had to reverse, and I had to kind of angle the boat so I wouldn't shore myself on a rock. She got the pole out, grabbed a hold of the line, and I was trying to bring him over. I was trying to tell the guy to take his spool off, so I literally mimicked. I said, flip the bail, flip the bail, flip the bail, because she was trying to hold on to the, it was a disaster. And then he goes, oh, and he flipped it, got the pole back to him. So yeah, we've done some good deeds. But the sound's a bit crackly.
There's a few people that have said that. Somebody said maybe it was the fan. The fan's not pointing towards it.
I wonder if it's because it's on charge.
I think it's because the service isn't great in Canada.
Oh, yeah. I don't have very good service here, guys.
No, not at all.
Other than that, is there any other questions?
Nope, but it is way past Jeopardy.
Oh, it is 10:26, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we been on here for an hour?
Yeah, right.
Exactly an hour. All right. Jennifer says QQQ.
I ain't got time for her questions.
Love the stories. Thank you, Brian. No, you're good, Lee.
He just woke. We'll go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, are we hitting St. Lawrence near Brockville? If we get a chance to, Jen, I gotta look at the route that it's taking us, and if it's not out of the way, then we had talked about going down that way.
Yeah. Both came to Illinois. So I
Read the whole comment before you start talking.
Oh, well, you're good. What were you thinking I was going to say?
Well, I'm just saying, like, make sure you read all of it so you can answer all of it.
Oh, yes, Sandy. Bringing Karen Sheepers. Is it Karen Sheepers? That was Elgin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bringing Karen Sheepers home was an honor, and working with those two detectives was amazing. But we're from Illinois. We're from Southern Illinois. So, I mean, it's our hometown. I think we've solved how many cases in Illinois now? We solved 2 cases? 3 cases? 4. 4 cases in Illinois, so that's pretty awesome.
So Karen's, with Karen's case, they brought in master mechanics from Toyota. They brought in crime scene techs. They brought in, not reenactments, but people who can go through and recreate all of the scenarios. Karen's case was deemed an accident due to the flooding and the weather that night. Everyone, and I'm going to say this for everybody. Everyone who was there that night, Karen was not drinking. Karen was not drunk. Karen was not just some drunken person who just left the bar and got into an accident. That did not happen. So the next person that wants to leave a comment, be like, this is why you don't drink and drive, check yourself. That's not what happened. I will not have anyone speak ill of anyone that we've ever worked for, searched for, or anything of the sorts. Do you disagree? I won't. It's not needed. It really isn't. That family's gone through enough. Any family who's missing anyone has gone through enough that they don't need people coming in the comments and saying rude things.
I told you she was spicy.
I am. I'm not mean. I am spicy nice.
You know,
no, go ahead.
The number one thing that we do strive on is respect for the families that we try to help. We do this in the utmost respect. We don't put grieving families in the limelight. You won't ever see that unless they want to speak on our behalfs. I'm not here for the damn money shot. I'm here for the family. I put my heart and soul, we put our heart and soul into what we're due. And that's just the bottom line. You know, I could probably be 1 million, 2 million, 3 million subscriber or YouTube superstar if I, you know, put families screaming, crying in front of the camera is bullshit. That's not me. That's not us. We care for the people that we help. I could be mean too.
Jacob. My meme makes your meme look like a kitten.
Until I get mad.
Even then. So we have 11 cases here in Quebec. Somebody had said, are we looking for anybody in Quebec? Yeah, we have 11 cases just in like the Montreal area. I think Schnickles went to bed.
He did go to bed.
Okay. Well, bye, Schnickles. Love you, buddy. Terry said 4. Yeah. That's why I was like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to go through them in my head.
I've learned a lot. I've learned a ton doing this job. There's not a lot that can get by us on the sonar, and if it does, you know, that we just try to do the best that we can do. And if something slips by us, somebody goes behind us, somebody goes in front of us, I don't care. I want the person to be brought home. Whoever they're looking for, I want them to be brought home. That is my main concern. So, love each and every one of you. We're going to get off of here. Just know that we're doing our best. And to all the others out there who want to start and try to do this, just please be respectful for the family's sake.
Your Aunt Jennifer said hello. She said, "There's my dog." Do you want to say hi to Aunt Jennifer? I'll look over there. No, at the camera. Never mind. That's not what I said.
This dog is a mess. Every time we hit a wave, he just goes and hides behind. All right.
Real quick, Mary had a question. Mary, after a month, the chances are infinitely less. You've pretty much kind of got a month window, and even that's pushing it. So.
All right. That's it. That's all we got.
Goodbye.
Love each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not where to stop.
Love you. Bye.
See you guys later. Oh, Maverick, you stopped me.
Yeah, you did that to me earlier.
I was in emotion here. All right, guys.